is the rock in you, okay? Something that, when push comes to shove, something when I look in your eyes and we're involved in something and you're clear, I got your back and you got my back. What is it?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. You get that? Now, for loyalty, how many hear themselves called when you hear loyalty? How many hear yourselves? Just look, just look, just look, just look. You captured the room. You get that? You captured the room. Core values are something so universal, so powerful that leaders, you might say leaders lead from their values. Make sense? Lead from their values. You lead from loyalty. You lead from honor. Okay, how many have it for honor? Yeah, this is, I think you're building a culture of honor. I think that's what you're consciously doing. You know, we say leadership by design. I think you're building a culture of honor. How many? Integrity. Very good, very good. By the way, an interesting word. Oh, at this table, integrity. How many of you said integrity? Okay. What do you mean when you say integrity?
Yeah, if I say something, I mean it, and it's really,
Stand up and say that so they can hear that down there. Okay, by the way, this is me talking, by the way. You know, I found you in about a second and a half. Yeah, exactly. You know how you do that? You walk in and you find you. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's all good.
integrity is if I say something, you know I mean it, and it is the truth, and it's what I stand for.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's integrity. When you say integrity, what do you mean? Thank you. Stand up so everybody can hear you. This is a leadership program.
Yeah.
That I'm, I guess, sincere in what I'm going to do.
Very good. Very good.
That I'm going to back it up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now, I want you to notice something here. What's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy stands up, and he literally considers what he's going to say because he's talking about his core values. Can you get that? Jeremy is actually going to provide leadership. And so what he does is he stands up, and he actually literally looks. What do I mean right now, in this moment, when I say integrity? And then he gives us the actual best thinking that he has available to him in that moment, and we get Jeremy. We get the real deal, not just some sort of cheap thing. You get that? That's way distinct from reputation and stereotype. Can you get that? That there's a certain kind of gravity. There's a certain kind of thoughtfulness behind it. It may not be right there for you. What I'm looking for in the area of leadership is I want that. I want you to actually stop, think. You did the same thing. You stood up. You actually literally created it in the moment. And by the way, I stopped you because when you get somebody going on core values, yes, Jeremy, you know what I'm going, don't you? When you get it going, when you start to tease it out, you know that thing where you kind of like pull a thread out of a sleeve and then all of a sudden next thing the whole sweater's unraveled? You know, you start talking about core values. This is the highest, finest, richest part of what a human being is. That means you. And so if I question you or another person question you and they're interested and they are really interested because people don't listen, they never have, they never will unless they do, and unless they do means unless they hear value. When you spoke, you captured us. Okay? You had a personal experience called you allowed yourself to be moved because you got present to your love. You got that? How magnificent is that? How magnificent is that? I'm telling you, you do that, you are like, first of all, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Okay, now this guy's deadly. You got that? And he stands up and he actually allows himself to get present to his love for his wife. How many women in the room just fell in love with him? You got that? Deadly. How many guys in the room really honor the guy, appreciate the guy, fell in love with the guy? Everybody, you captured everybody. You got that? You got that? Always, 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 always allow yourself to be moved by your values. Okay? That is your power as a leader. Thank you. Sit down. Okay? Integrity. What do you mean when you say integrity? Stand up.
It's got to be consistency and how you perform your consistency and being honest. And
what do you mean? Not about they. How about you? You get this? You get what I just did, Jeremy? We turned it around because he's going, well, integrity is when you. This is all integrity. I'm asking you. Okay? What's your name? Dave. Dave. So how is it? How does integrity occur for you about you? What you call yourself to. Now watch this. You can see him actually thinking. This is a rare thing. Dave is thinking.
I mean, my biggest for integrity be back to loyalty.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. I'm liking it. I'm liking this because you just called. What's your name?
Jay.
Just called Jay in. You just called Jay into the conversation, and he did something really easy. Okay, really not easy, but he did something very significant. What you did was, there's a kind of a story that's out in the land, Dave, and the story is that I'm looking for people with whom I share my values. You got that? Not actually true. You have resonant values. Okay? My values resonate. When he said integrity and started to say what it was, what resonated? Loyalty. You get that? You get that? So we're going to now hear Dave, and you're going to hear him through your filter. He's going to talk about integrity, and you may hear loyalty. You may hear trust. You may hear honor. You may hear something, but it's something that is resonating, something that is doing a version of that. It's a musical note. You got that? And it's a bum, 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 bum. It's actually coming together like a musical chord. Okay? Tell us about integrity, Dave. What is it for you?
Counting on.
Keep going. Trust yourself, my friend. You are like so on good ice here, okay?
Well, counting on the consistency of the values of loyalty and trust and honesty. I keep getting.
Look at how it all wraps around. Yeah. See, but isn't that something? How powerful that is for you, because it actually pulls together a whole set of values, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Under the word integrity. You get that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. How about you? When you hear integrity, what do you hear?
Standing behind what I say.
Say it again.
Standing behind what I say.
Standing behind what I say. Pretty clean. Pretty darn clean. Okay. You, the other me. Okay.
I think it's proving that you are going to deliver what is expected.
Very good. I've never quite heard it exactly that way. How interesting that you actually carved it out in words that way. Now, I want you to notice something. You said something, Jeremy said something down here. What's your name on the end? Larry said something, Jay said something. We've had a number of people say something about integrity. Yes? You said something? Every single person said something different. Do you know that? You got that? And yet there was a harmonic about it. Yes? Do you know that integrity doesn't mean any of those? You can sit down. Integrity does not mean any of that. Not a one. Integrity means whole and complete and lacking nothing. That's what it means. If you look it up, that's what it means. It's from engineering. It's from the Latin. The Romans were engineers. They built roads and buildings and stuff like that. And they had to build it with integrity. And it had no integrity if it wasn't whole and complete. Okay? So it means whole and complete. Now, we've taken it and we've adapted it so that it means stuff like you said, and you said, and you said, and you said. You got that? So when I hear a core value, I actually want to know what you mean by that core value so I can talk your language with you. Because otherwise, I'm going to be talking about something completely different. I'm going to be talking about engineering, and you're talking about equality. You got that? Okay? So one of the things that leaders do is you lead with your values, your core values, but at the same time, you find out what this person means when they say that word. Okay? So integrity is one of those words. It's one of those wild card words. It means a lot of stuff.